About the dance form Chhau. So it originates in Odisha, and like in the word Chhau comes from like Chhauni in the local language, which kind of is related to the military or army kind of activities for Odisha. So how
Hmm.
come a name for a dance form originates from something that is like martial arts or like army, like military, and
Military,
it's
yes.
this sword and the shield. So like, and also I have a follow-up question along with that. Like I
Yes.
know that you practice the Mayurbhanj Chhaau, but there are
Hmm.
different cousins of Chhau dance forms. So what is exactly the differentiating factor and between their origins? Like how, what separates
Hmm.
their origin and when did they diverge? Or
So, yeah. So now we're talking about the total image of a Chhau. So, yes, you said right, and there is different cousins. There are two different cousins. Like, so I'm talking about first a Chhau. What is Chhau? Then we'll talk about the families and all. Okay. Uh, Chhau dance is also a very traditional and very old art form. First of all, we don't know in present age, um, and you cannot find the proper birth of the dance. There is a particular age. So it started to come in the limelight, the main, because uh, in the Darbar period, where the king will rule the country. Yep. So it that old, the tradition, and so 18th to 19th century AD, in between, it it flourished. It come to the limelight. There is something about Chow is also an exist in the world. Before it's so old. So I'm saying is there is no particular age. Okay, we can say find out. Okay, this dance coming from temple age, King Darbar period age, Stone age, like this. We find out the age of when it started, but
yeah,
actually
right.
nobody can guess where it started. But the main limelight period around this period when our king Maharaja Krishna Chandra Bhanj Deo, Maharaja Krishna Chandra Bhanj, um, he noticed this art form is practiced in their courtyard. How? How it belong to the royal. So this is belong to the royal family of royal patronage. I'm talking about. Um, the there is a military army because that period, 19th century. Every king they're ruling. They have some troops, military troops. Uh, and I'm talking about before independence. Like the three the there is the states were merged. That time we
Mm-hmm.
not uh, not independent. So that time is
Right.
all even no categories of Chhau. All Chhau is same
Mm.
because only the land, there is one land ruled by a big ruler. So
Okay.
different rulers that time, small rulers, and they have all their field. So how it started? The army of the generation, they have a they're doing activities in their um, practice area where they practice sword fight, where they practice like when we practice in our new hybrid classes. Okay, this
Mm-hmm.
generation that time they practice in their
Yes.
own akhada. We call it an akhada. Akhada bolte hain isko,
Mm-hmm.
है ना? Small
Yes. Huh. Huh.
shade, and you need some practice area. So because they also want to live some with entertainment, not only the whole life to the in the battlefield, right? They also need some breathe to their all activity. They can spend time with their friends. So what they do some sword play. Parikhanda is like a playing with
Hmm.
the pari. Khanda is the sword, Fari is the shield, right? They're playing with this in the free time when they don't have to go to the battlefield.
Mhm.
So free time, people were enjoying there for themselves. They do some activities, they do some exercises, they develop some exercise. So Chhau dance is coming from a regular exercise of a routine. That should be understand. It's not
Mhm.
only a martial art, but the martial people, they do exercises. They started exercise to do
Okay.
fitness because this is only the
Uh,
entertainment thing. And with the big drums, big
yes.
uh, um, instruments, so they energize themselves. That started many things. So it come to the limelight in this period when this our king, this scene, okay, this is something good. How? Why not? We can explore it. The king themselves interest, that's why it is coming to. We have lost so much blessed to our king that time because he is the main person. He was the main person who seen the vision. He said,
Mm.
okay, um, we should develop this art form. So then what he did, he spent lots of donation. He spent giving lots of donation to the military area he recruit paikas. Paikas, that time is many troops were included in the military. The different section.
Mm.
Like we have a different section in our
Yeah.
army. That is also different section in the army. So paikas is
Okay.
also from tribal. They coming from tribal troops, and they communicate with the military troops. So they have some
Mm.
their resources to um, make mechanism. Uh, it's a troop. It's a different troop. So
Mm.
they engage themselves. They support each
Mhm.
other, and
Mhm.
they establish to developing this dance form. So this thing going on, and many dance pieces will evolve, like with the
Mm.
using of sword and shield, right?
Mm. Okay.
Sword. They try
Yes.
to do not only the back fight. They try to do the routines, make routine of their exercises. So it started from the
Okay.
military. It started from military background in with all military, all the different exercise to the dance. Not dancing. I'm not talking about dancing. They try to make a routine, and this routine will
Mhm.
be developed. So after many years, then again he saw. He said, "This is very monotonous thing. Only the sword and shield thing they are doing. One routine they're doing for many years. He said should be developed. There should a chance to develop. Then if they've seen their neighboring city like Saraikala and uh, Purulia,
Purlia.
they're neighboring Purulia, they're neighboring states. But there is one ruler. So he's seen this same dance form is practiced in the other cities, other states. So he will communicate that state ruler, and there two main guru, head guru, he recruit for himself. I'm talking about Mayurbhanj,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
Mayurbhanj side, where the ruler is the biggest ruler for all the area. So
Mhm.
he recruit two guru. One is Upendra Biswal and Banamali Das, the head guru. They're coming from Saraikala, the state, where also the Chhau dance is going on. Okay,
Okay.
they came to the Baripada Mayurbhanj place, and he mentioned, "You guys, please, I will give you the land. I will give you the land. You should practice and you should develop this art form." Okay,
Hmm.
because this is this is going on, but not that much, which we have seen right now. So
Hmm.
what they do, only martial thing. How many times you going to watch? martial. It's like very monotonous. So king was also frustrated. They want to flourish it and you want to develop. So these gurus
Right.
basically mentioned we have to explore it. Then these people were traveled after this communication. They were recruited to Varipada, Mayurbhanj, and they went to explore to go everywhere. They went seen to they will go to the forest. They go to the native places. They watch birds, animals, and human behaviors, what we are doing in the life, how we walk, how we going to make your grammar strong. This is your grammar. You're getting from the nature, not only
Yes.
the Shastra written, right? Shastra can
Right.
be written when you do some activity, then you can write. First you observe, when you do something, this is something, then you can write. It's not only you can write, then you're going to see after. Huh? First you're seeing this thing, you're
Right.
observing it. So these in this process went they covered all the geographical limitations. Geographical limitation is why we said, because it's include everything, to the air, water, all senses, um, l- men's, females, um, animals, birds, everything. So how many things they're getting? They research many years. They research, and then they produced techniques in this dance journey. So the martial piece is the base. Martial art is the base. But after that,
Right.
they include them some stories and the grammars. They include grammars. Then when they include this thing, so it is almost going to develop and develop and develop and develops, because we are getting to read our Mahabharatas, Purnas, everything, like you were talking about Karnas. So if you
Hmm.
taking interest to read something, you're reading many books. What happened? क्या हुआ इसके बाद? ये पहले क्या था? So these are the live practical observation. So live practical observation is our main technique, which we are doing, and I'll talk about that thing. Why we call a live practical
Hmm.
observation.
Okay.
So these are also called karnas in our world.
Okay.
Karnas, which people can practice, the people which their activity. So how it related to human behavior, how it related to animal behavior, bird behavior, not only the martial behavior. Like people are confused when they speak about martial thing. They said Kalari is also Kalari and Chhau. They've always mixed. They said
Yes.
Chhau is and Kalari is the Kalari no from dance from Kerala. So they speak
Yes.
about it is the same dance from. So they said, I said no, this is not the same. This is a different one. We have a stories. We have a mudras, Anga mudra,
Hmm.
bhava. How you can communicate only this. This is not only a small thing. This is a huge entire. After that, so sword and shield is
Yes.
the base, but we have a hands to present many things. You know,
Right.
if if I hold a sword and shield, I will show the base thing. Okay, we do martial. But if we, what I did, I just communicate with my hands. This is the moshti and this is the pataka. So
Right.
we use for attack, pataka is used for defense. So
Hmm.
this is that how we communicate in all styles. Pataka, Tripataka, Ardhapataka, Kartri, Mukad,
Yes.
everything we talk about hands. So this is also automatically we develop. So
Yes.
in this way we develop the dance form. Then later they went to many things, many local states. They've seen the local dramas. They've seen many dance form, and that time our um, dance history name. What is the name of the person who um, who started the ballet form in India? Uday Shankar ji. the Uday Shankarji, the main person who started Indian dance
Yes.
form to the world. You know, so
Mm.
they were right. So our people, they also went to this to see these art forms. Then they make many ballets in the Chhau. So how they are so related. If you observe, then you can produce, and it's developed. So it was the golden period. It was the golden period where many things happened. The recruitment of instruments. We practiced with many instruments, many Western instruments that time in Darbar period.
Oh.
Can you imagine that? Many instruments which we include because military. If you see, there is a many big instruments like drums and uh, very different styles of instruments. The king will, because Britishers have many things. It's before, I'm talking before independence. So the Britishers have many instruments. So
Yeah.
they include many things in our culture. And
Mhm.
so with that, it started. So it was so good. But after that, we come our community. Now, why we include this Western instrument? We don't have to. No, our style of Indianism that. So they removed it. Then they include our bass instrument, which called our traditional instrument, dhol, thumsa, mohri, charchari. That is our instrument. But even we have Western instruments in our compositions before 1940, before 1940. After independence,
Hmm.
all removed. So how beautiful it was, you know. So it is progressing every time, progressing 18th, 19th century, 20th century it come, then many rulers will come and it progressing, progressing. When after the independence, the thing is going down. After
Hmm.
independence merged, the king rule is finished and the developing of dance also stopped. So what is the
Hmm.
development we have right now? Pre-independence.
Yes.
So
Right.
and that the which we the collection of the beautiful thing which we have, it all for this uh, our Maharaja Krishna Chandra Bhanja Deo, is their vision, which now it's it come to the higher society because coming in is doing in the King Darbar. It's not allowed to outside society that period. After this, something good, so it come to the local areas. So
Hmm.
though head produced many students, these students were teaching many students, and it is going on, going on, going on. So around 300 period, I say the 300 years, the dance is the old, the period of the dance is around 300 just for in the book, but
Hmm.
we don't know how old it was.
Right. So it's like an evolutionary journey of the dance form till this date, and like so many different phases it has gone through. So
Yes.
yeah, thank you for clarifying that. Like, what is the martial origin and how it comes to the dance form today?